started. So you'll need an avocado just to put on the side, some asparagus, some butter to cook with, and some spinach and some feta cheese. You can obviously change up these ingredients and customise them to fit your own tastes. So I just cut the very ends off the asparagus, then I chopped it up quite roughly. Most of this whole cooking video is going to be quite rustic and quite easy because that's just how I like to cook. So then I just crumbled up my feta, then I'm cutting up my avocado ready to serve on the plate later on. And don't forget to wash your spinach if you're using spinach. Bring some water to the boil on the hob, and then we're just going to blanch the asparagus, so just leave it in the boiling water for just a few minutes. You don't want to make it go all soft and limp, but just to get the crunch out of it. So then I'm going to make my scrambled eggs. I'm going to take, I think I took actually 3 eggs, but 2 yolks. Whisk that up. Then add your butter to the frying pan or whatever you want to cook with, could be coconut oil. Then we're going to put on the asparagus just to get a nice bit of flavour in the butter and to be cooked properly. Then we're going to take it off the frying pan again when it looks done and it looks quite a little bit golden. Then I just applied a little bit more butter because we're going to make the scrambled eggs. So just pour in your eggs and have it on a lower heat. My heat was actually a bit too high, so they cooked quite quickly. So have it quite low and then add your asparagus into the eggs, and then they should all cook together and quite softly, and just keep stirring so it does turn scrambly and not into an omelette. Then when the eggs are almost done, add your feta, and the feta will start melting slightly as well, and it's just, oh, it's so good. I always add a bit of pepper to my dishes, and that's pretty much it. When you're happy with it, just serve it on a plate and enjoy. Taste test. Ooh, I've never made this before, by the way. It's a good one. I love feta cheese. French toast is one of my favourite breakfasts ever, and I love making it usually with bloomer. This bread is a little bit thicker than I'd usually use, so if you can get your hand on a slightly lighter bread, that would be really good. So you'll need whatever berries that you want to make it with. A peach, I loved this with peach, some eggs, some maple syrup, a little bit of sugar, optional. You also don't have to use butter. So crack your eggs, whisk them, and when they're nice and fluffy, just pour them onto a plate. Then I'm using coconut oil because I love cooking with it. I actually quite like the subtle taste of coconut with dishes. I'm washing my berries. While I'm waiting for the oil to heat up, I'm cutting up my peach. Then dip your bread into the egg. Just coat both sides of it. I try and get as much egg in the bread as possible. And then just put it down onto the hot frying pan. Also, if you cook this at a lower heat, it's probably a lot better for you than at a really roaring, heavy heat. So I just leave the bread on until it starts looking golden brown on the bottom, and then I'll flip both over. Then I added in my peaches so that they get really nice and soft and the flavour comes out. I added some maple syrup on top, which wasn't even planned, but it actually made them taste really nice and caramelised. Kept turning everything over until it looked quite golden brown, and then when I was done I just served it onto my plate, topped with berries, a bit of maple syrup, also topped with chia seeds, because what people are like with Windex and healing, I'm like with chia seeds. Also, you can obviously use whatever bread you want. You can use gluten-free bread, you can use wholemeal bread, totally up to you. Taste test. I know it seems that I do that obviously because I made it and I want it to seem good, but it is good. Sorry. Okay, this was my first time making these Moroccan baked eggs, and it's probably my favourite dish out of the video. So you'll need chopped tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, chorizo, garlic, feta, chili flakes, paprika, honey, eggs. Did I say eggs? You can also change this up. You can add pesto, you can add whatever you have in your cupboards basically. So to start, I just chopped up my chorizo, just added as much as I wanted really in the dish. Chopped up everything just so it's ready to go. I find that preparation is so important when you're cooking. I used to do it a lot more slapdash and I made a lot of mistakes. So heat up some oil in the pan. I used this skillet just from Robert Dyer's and it worked really well. So once my garlic had a bit of colour and it had been cooking for not very long, I just added my chorizo, give that a light fry. It starts to get a little bit golden and crispy looking. Then add in your cherry tomatoes. I'd leave that in for 30 seconds to a minute or so. Then add in your chopped tomatoes. It might simmer up quite a lot, but it will quickly calm down a little bit. Add some salt, add your paprika, add your honey and any other spices that you want to add or herbs. And then I reduce the heat to like kind of a low medium heat and let that bubble away until about half of it reduces down. Give it a stir every now and then to make sure the bottom doesn't stick or burn. And once it's reduced about halfway down, then I added my eggs. Also, I have to say this recipe is credit to a recipe I saw on the Londoners blog because I just saw it and it really inspired me. Then I popped some toast in to toast so that I could dip that into this dish at the end. So when your eggs look almost done, just crumble your feta on top. And again, it goes slightly melty and delicious. Buttered my toast and just broke it up into really rustic chunks. You can also share this dish with other people or you could just have it on your own. I had it on my own because I love food. My response is the same for everything. It's so good. And it's not bad for you. So the last dish is quite a lot lighter and a lot healthier. So you'll need a banana, some chia seeds, any milk you want to use, could be almond milk, can be soy milk, or normal or coconut. So cut up your banana and then mash it up so that it's a really nice soft consistency. I added around 3 tablespoons of chia seeds. You can again tweak this so it's the texture that you like, whether you like it thicker or you like it thinner. So then I just added around a cupful of milk, some Baobab powder. I'm not sure if I said that right, but it's a superfruit powder. It's supposed to be really good for you, so chucked that in. Added some cinnamon, and I also wanted to add some buckwheat groats. So I added water to them, and I'm going to leave them and the chia seed bowl in the fridge for a few hours, at least around 4 hours, so that it everything expands and absorbs itself. So after about 4 hours or in the morning, if you do this overnight, take it out of the fridge. Now it's quite fun because you can add whatever you want. So I added the buckwheat on top, then whatever I had laying around nuts wise. So I added pecans and some sunflower seeds because I love those. I also just added some extra banana on top. Some cocoa nibs, I'm obsessed with these, they're so tasty. A bit of extra cinnamon. I just like adding a lot of flavour to everything. And that's it. Really simple and really flexible. Okay, taste test. I'm gonna drop some in my hand. And it's great because you can top it with whatever you want, so whatever you've got lying around. So I hope you guys liked this video. I had so much fun actually making these dishes because a lot of them I hadn't made before and they're quite new to me, so let me know if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Also let me know if you want to see any more cooking videos. Franklin has to drink when I'm doing the outro. Shut up! If you make any of these yourself, please tag me on Twitter or Instagram. I'd love to see it and see how you guys got on with these recipes as well. I'll put all the details down below to them also. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!